It's true that the difficulty settings in Oblivion are a bit of a mess, and there was a mod out on day 3 marking the return of a slider system, but I personally didn't feel the need to get it. This may be a controversial opinion, maybe almost as controversial as the whole body type saga, but I think expert difficulty is the perfect way to play. Obviously play the game in any way that you wish, I just wanted to put out my own perspective on the difficulty discussion. I'm just over 20 hours of gameplay through at the moment. I know what you're thinking, rookie numbers. I started at master difficulty but lowered it down to adept after about half an hour, getting absolutely destroyed by the tutorial goblins. Master actually could be a good way to play the game, but it's a different game and a little bit tedious for a first playthrough, kinda like selecting the Atronach birth sign as your first playthrough. It changes the game. By contrast, I lasted only 15 minutes on adept difficulty before deciding it was too ridiculously easy, and so I upped myself to expert difficulty, and I found it to be the difficulty sweet spot for me, and so I have now stuck with expert difficulty for about 19 of my 20 hours. I've died probably 15 to 20 times, but it's always been down to mistakes by me or just being completely unprepared for what was coming. Master difficulty is a little bit too tedious as every enemy just has way too much health for it to be the kind of fun that I want in my high fantasy RPG. And also everything pretty much kills you in 2 to 3 hits. If I wanted that level of difficulty, I would just play a Souls game. Not to mention that your own damage output is just silly. But with expert difficulty, I found myself preparing well for quests. If I know I'm going to be venturing into the gates of Oblivion, I concoct some resist fire potions, take in a bow and a blade, upgrade to the latest shock damage spell that I can cast, and also get a decently leveled conjuration spell ready for if the odds are a little bit overwhelming. I make use of poisons, potions and scrolls that would have otherwise just been mercantile XP or waterfront shack junk in an adept or lower playthrough. If I arrive at a quest that reveals to be full of lions or bears, I get some speed drain spells ready so that I can riddle them with arrows and fireballs while they pitifully stroll towards me. Seriously, during the Fighters Guild quest where you have to protect the rats from mountain lions, I went into the lion's den, there were 4 lions and I died instantly because I foolishly ran in there and got swarmed. My dumb decision was punished. Remember, action should have consequences in an RPG. I switched to adept difficulty just to see, and I buried all of those same lions in about 15 seconds, and they took maybe 25% of my max health in damage. Basically, I just ran in there swinging my sword, and just sponged their attacks. To be honest, I felt dirty, like reloading an Undertale save when you kill someone. In this case, I did reload, and I put the difficulty back rightly at expert. I scouted the area and waited patiently on a rock for Penis Inventius to show up, and then fired my flashbolt fire spells at the lions from the rock top while he drew away their attention. It felt more rewarding to play smart. And for those players who love to feel like Lu Bu from Dynasty Warriors, smiting everything in their path, you will get there even on expert difficulty, and it will feel more earned and rewarding when you eventually do. If Kingdom Come Deliverance has taught us anything, your fresh out of a prison cell character should be starting weak and developing their skills, unless you're obviously role-playing as a master level character from the get-go. And as your character develops into a killing machine late game, it will feel more compelling to play. Also, with how quickly skills level in New Oblivion versus Old Oblivion, it will take half the time that it would have done when I played the game back in 06. Obviously, just play the game in the way that makes you feel happy, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents. See ya.